Okay guys, right, good. This is the first time you're going to experience this. This is very briefly a quick introduction to what you're doing and how you're going to go about doing your work and over the course of the next few weeks. In the background you can see a picture of Jose Mourinho, very famous coach, working alongside Luis Figo. Obviously they clearly get on really well, and the idea is we're going to be looking at sports coaching. So before we get into the work, just a little brief introduction about what this is all about in terms of sports coaching. Hopefully you all want to be sports coaches, and a lot of you do, or at least want to be involved in teaching, learning and leading. Now a lot of that has got based around the skills of coaching, which essentially is a process from uh, very much those of you that sort of lost and confused type of person. We've all done this when trying to learn something, learn a new skill, learn something in the classroom, to getting people to understand that information and to be able to apply it. This is what you're going to work towards. You get the process right, you get something like this. Jose Mourinho again in the background, coaching on the left hand side, all the way through to players that respect him, that want to work for him, and ultimately has been a very successful coach. Um, on the other side, if you get it wrong, you get something like this guy. Now this guy, Mike Rice, fired for verbally abusing and physically abusing players of your age. So in that 17, 18, 19 age bracket is physically abusing players. I'll show you a link to this later. You should be able to watch this and tell me what you think about it in the classroom. So, by following this format, what's in it for you? How's it going to help me? Well, first of all, you can choose to be independent in how you learn. It allows you to get a bigger scope of things outside the classroom. It allows you to apply the understanding in your own time, particularly for the higher grades, and to meet the criteria and to a higher level as well. So here, for example, we can look at the criteria online in our own time in that structured environment, and you can now start applying that knowledge to the criteria that you've got here. So, how are we going to do that? To start with, you need to go to the PE website as normal. Find your area for where that particular unit is, and within this unit I'm going to give you, as well as the assignment briefs, links. So the things that have changed this year is additional information. So right here, things that should help you. So in this case we're going to look at roles of a coach, which would be the first thing that I'd ask you to do based on today's lesson. So by clicking on this tab, as you can see, we've got a screen, we've got a video, and we've got some links down below that I would like you to have a look at, but that's in your own time. So today, what have we done? We've discussed what coaching is, we've talked about why coach. Now, if you want to achieve the higher grades, what we need to do, again, looking at that grading criteria as before, is to look at different coaches from different sports. So what I want you to do for tomorrow is to find the worksheet in your workbook, which is titled Good Coach, Bad Coach, as you can see here. I'd like you please to basically have a minimum of completing that worksheet by telling me what you think a good coach and a bad coaching session has looked like from your experience. Okay, I've had plenty, I've had several, where coaches have done things well and they've really encouraged me and they've really helped me develop, to times when it's just been really poor and they've been shouting, screaming, not really had a clue. Sometimes they've been parents coaching and not really know what's what. So what I'd like to do, complete that sheet. If you want to take this further, bear in mind this will help you if you're wanting to achieve merit and distinction quality work. I'd like you to think about the following and write these down. First of all, what did your coach do during the session that was good or bad? So I want you to come up with a good example, I want you to come up with one bad example for me. Tell me what they did. What did they coach? Okay, so was it, paint the picture for me, tell me what it was that they did. What did they do well? Was it giving you instructions? Was it helping you in a certain drill? Was it helping you understand or break down a skill and putting that into practice? Tell me how they did it. So think about all the things a good coach relies on. So some of the things we've already touched on. So how did they do it? Was it their body language? Was it the way they broke down instructions? Was it the way they let you have a go and try things before they stepped in the coach? Did they let you have any input? Or did you not know well enough that they had to tell you? Did they kind of give you that dialogue? How did they do it? More importantly, why you think they did it. So if they coached a really good session, tell me why you believe they think they structured the session in that way. What made them do what they did. Ultimately, in the same way, a bad coach. Why do you think they were so bad? What do you think? Was it because they had a bad day? Were they quite stressed? Or do you think it was because of their lack of knowledge or their understanding? And then go on to explain that for me and detail that experience for me. To do that, there's some videos down here for you to have a look at and kind of see for yourself. So we've got some bad coaching examples as I showed you here, linking back to my Mike Tyson example earlier. You can use these sheets here to help you understand what makes a bad coach maybe, and think about your own, that in relation to your own experience. Or there's some good coaching experiences down here, it's up to you. So minimum, I'd like you please to complete the worksheet. I'd like to tell me about one good and one bad coaching experience, and tell me and describe to me that experience in detail and what impact that had on the session with the coach that was coaching you during that session. Thanks for listening. Bring this in tomorrow. Should only take you 15 minutes. Spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops on this. Bring it into tomorrow. We can have a discussion. See you tomorrow, guys. Well done.